There was once a man who wore a mask every day. He smiled when he was sad, laughed when he was afraid, and spoke when he wished to be silent. One day he found a mirror in the marketplace. He gazed into it, but saw only the mask he wore. He searched for his true face, but it was hidden beneath layers of pretense and fear. The man asked the mirror, "Who am I?" The mirror replied, "You are who you choose to be, but you cannot know yourself until you remove the mask." The man wept, for he realized he had forgotten the feel of his own skin. To understand oneself is the beginning of wisdom. Remove the mask, and you will see the face God has given you. There was a well in a quiet village. Its waters were deep and clear, but few dared to draw from it, for the well was said to echo the thoughts of those who peered within. One day a woman approached the well, burdened by sorrow. She looked into the water and heard her own fears whispered back to her. She recoiled, but the well remained silent, waiting. The woman returned each day, listening to the echoes. Over time, the whispers grew softer, and she began to hear a new voice, her own, unafraid and true. She drew water from the well and found it sweet, for she had faced the depths of her own soul. The mind is a deep well. Only by listening to its echoes can we find the water that heals. A traveler was beaten and left by the roadside. Many passed by, fearing the darkness and the blood. But a stranger, moved by compassion, knelt beside the wounded man. He did not ask his name, nor his story. He simply tended the wounds, shared his cloak, and stayed until the man could stand. When the traveler asked, "Why do you help me?" the stranger replied, "Because your pain is my pain, and your healing is my joy." Compassion is the bridge between souls. In lifting another, we lift ourselves. There were two gardens. One was tended with care, watered daily, and filled with flowers. The other was neglected, overgrown with thorns and weeds. A man walked between the gardens each day, admiring the beauty of one and lamenting the ruin of the other. One day he realized that both gardens belonged to him. He had chosen to nurture one and ignore the other. With patience, he began to tend the neglected garden, pulling weeds and planting seeds. In time, both gardens flourished, and the man found peace. The mind is a garden. What you nurture will grow, what you neglect will wither. A child feared the shadows that danced on the walls at night. He cried out for light, and his father brought a candle. The flame cast new shadows, but also revealed the beauty of the room. The child learned that light and shadow are companions, each giving meaning to the other. The father said, "Do not fear the shadows, for they show you where the light is brightest." A woman carried a heavy burden, though her back was straight and her smile bright. Few noticed the pain she bore, for her wounds were unseen. One day a child approached her and asked, "Why do you walk so slowly?" The woman wept, for someone had finally seen her struggle. The child offered his hand, and together they walked, sharing the weight. The woman's steps grew lighter, and her smile became true. Many wounds are hidden. To see another's pain is the beginning of healing. A man built a dam across a river, hoping to control its flow. Over time, the water grew stagnant and the land withered. One day, the man removed the dam, and the river flowed freely once more, bringing life to the valley. Forgiveness is like the river. When we hold back, we wither. When we let go, we are renewed. A sparrow built her nest in the eaves of a great house. Each day she watched the people below, learning their joys and sorrows. Though small, she was wise, for she saw what others missed. The master of the house asked, "Why do you watch us?" The sparrow replied, "Because every life is a story, and every story is worth knowing." Pay attention to the small things. In them you will find great wisdom. A loaf of bread was broken and shared among many. Each person received a piece, and all were satisfied. The bread was not whole, but in its breaking it became enough for all. So it is with love. When we share it, even when we feel broken, it is multiplied. In giving, we are made whole. In sharing, we are multiplied. There was a door within every person, locked and hidden. Many searched for the key outside themselves, but the door would not open. One day, a child discovered that the key was within, and the door opened to a garden of light. Seek within, and you will find the door. Open it, and you will find peace. The greatest mysteries are found within. Do not fear to seek them.